Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nikhil, and most of you all know me as a real estate marketing and development specialist. However, many of you all do not know that I'm a major proponent of the ESG movement in India and abroad. I'm also an automobile enthusiast. So you may wonder, what is the connection between these two businesses and the environment? Well, the linkage is very strong because both these two businesses are major contributors to the greenhouse gases. Buildings, for example, contribute about 40% of the total CO2 emissions globally. But when I look around at the real estate landscape in India, it's a cause of concern to me. Most of the new residential developments being built in India, apartments, condos and villas, are being built of very average standards. However, when you look at grade A office buildings in India, they've been built to international standards. So what's the missing piece? Clearly it's not specifications, materials, bylaws or guidelines. Well, the missing piece is the end consumer. When we talk about grade A office buildings, the end consumers are the Googles and the Facebooks of the world. They will insist and lease only green, sustainable buildings, so that therefore developers gladly oblige them. But when you talk about individual buyers in India, apart from lip service, they don't really bother about such issues. So therefore residential developers also don't bother. When I talk about some of these sustainability challenges and environmental concerns on various platforms, I notice that many people just tend to roll their eyes and they ask, can I as an individual actually do anything about the environment? Can I as an individual actually contribute to the global crisis of bringing down the temperatures by 2 degrees? Well, the simple answer is yes. There are many success case studies from the past which we can look at, and my favorite happens to be about the ozone layer. Most of us in this audience grew up in the 80s and 90s, and during that time, the singular point of discussion when it came to the environment was the depletion of the ozone layer. But today, if you were to talk to a Gen Z individual, they'd probably fledge ignorance and wonder what the fuss is all about. This issue, to a large degree, the risks have been mitigated. But how? Through a host of innovative solutions which include the phasing out of chlorofluorocarbon and hydrochlorocarbons as refrigerants. So when things that matter like skin cancer come into play, we take the necessary steps. I'd like all of us to look at 3 possible solutions and action points with immediate effect. First, when each of us are looking at buying real estate or building a new home, I want each of us to insist and start looking at better choices and more sustainable solutions. If you ask, it will be given to you. Secondly, sustainable transport. I just don't understand the current craze which comes with so-called prosperity, where a 7-seater SUV, which is a diesel guzzler, is considered the pinnacle of success and prosperity. We need to be looking at using public transport, metros, perhaps once a week going cycling to office, or low carbon solutions like 2-wheelers. And number 3, believing that you, sir, and you, madam, can make the change. If you believe, the needle will move. Thank you.